welcome to the Downtown Kentucky Podcast. I'm Austin/Parfait.
I'm Chris/Oxen. You might be wondering, why is he giggling already? They haven't even started the podcast. And you also might be wondering, hey, I'm watching this on Twitch. No, you're not. But if you are, you might be wondering, why'd they start so early? That's because we live in Texas. We're in an ice storm right now, and my power's been tripping like really consistently for the past few hours. So
yeah, I've been good for a while, but I also didn't have power until like 4 o'clock today, since like 7 in the morning. So we'll see how much of this you get. We'll see if Chris's power goes out. I might finish up the news stories on my own, see if he can get back in. We'll see. This is going to be a weird episode. We're going to try to give it to you as much as we can. Thus, let's just jump right into our first story, Chris.
Let's do it.
Which actually means we need to switch to the other this. That's right, because our first story has a picture. It's not the Downtown Kentucky logo. No, that is not the picture. But the picture is this. Real quick, if you're a faint of heart, I don't know, maybe turn away, because this what I'm about to show you might just shock you. Ah!
I mean, the polka dots are pretty atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But yeah, it's disgusting. How dare they do this? I'm angry. No, I'm not, because I'm not Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. Because as you saw by the title of this episode, we're crazy now. We don't care anymore. I'm done caring. I'm done caring about like irritating half of the country or whatever. The weird culture war crap that specifically like Fox News really wants to have every week it's too much, and I'm tired of it. So yeah, last week we kind of loosely talked about it with the outrage over the M&Ms, and I don't think I even mentioned Tucker Carlson by name there. But
no, I think I did.
We might have. Okay. To be fair, I don't. From my research, and I didn't do a lot because I'm not gonna go watch Tucker Carlson's show because I'm not. No.
Right.
I don't know if Tucker Carlson himself has gotten mad about this horrible affront that you're seeing right now, which is, if you can't tell, Minnie Mouse is not wearing her classic red dress. Which, quote...
I think if it was a black and red suit, and if it didn't have disgusting polka dots on it, I'd be much less offended by this pantsuit overall. It kind of is just ugly. Yeah,
there's that. And so ugly that, political correspondent and genuinely bad person, Candace Owens, is quoted as saying... They're trying to destroy fabrics of our society.
Right?
Because that's
the fabric of our society is held together by the thin thread that is Minnie Mouse wearing a skirt instead of a pantsuit.
Yeah, because that's an uproar. Which, first off, I just want to also... Now, extra part of what makes this even stupider...
Right, go on.
This is a... as you may see this picture right here... Man, you guys can't see me, but Chris can see me as I'm
pointing. Disneyland Paris.
It's for Disneyland Paris for a event.
Yeah.
They're changing it to this. That's it.
For Stella McCartney?
She is I believe, the...
fashion designer?
Designer who designed this outfit. But yeah, let me go to... I believe this is from CNN. She talks about how this is the first time ever this is happening, and it's literally... for their Women's Day, International Women's Day, and the 30th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. It's for one day. It's for one event. This isn't a actual change to her look. Which, first off, yeah, this look is kind of crappy. Like you mentioned, it's a weird looking, not good pantsuit.
It's an ugly pantsuit.
Yeah, but
sorry, Stella McCartney.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Personal. Even if this was forever, I don't care. It's Minnie Mouse.
Who cares? It's a fictional character.
It's a fictional cartoon mouse. Who cares what she's wearing? Just like who cares what the M&Ms are wearing on their feet?
It's almost like none of it really matters.
Yeah, because it's just culture war bull crap that the Fox News specifically is just stirring up every other week. And it's just like, really? Well, it's literally a week later, and now we're talking about this.
Yeah.
They didn't even wait a week of normal uproar. They went straight to, we gotta be mad about the next slight different character design that takes away femininity, I guess, is the uproar. I guess. I don't know. But society's destroyed, so let's move on. That's what I'm hearing here is, society is destroyed.
All hope is lost.
The fabric society is gone. Speaking of society, and speaking of that title, Republicans being mad, because that's what today's episode is. I don't care if you're offended. Honestly, you probably weren't going to enjoy our content anyway.
No, almost certainly not.
Because we've gotten kind of political here or there, but we've tried. And I'd always set a rule that I wouldn't cover political news stories. But that actually was... This is not the first time we're breaking that. The first time we broke that was when we discussed Kid Rock a couple weeks ago. With his... Or a month ago. Like
a few months ago.
A few months ago now. Where he had his awful song about, you know... Won't tell me how to live, or whatever crap it was. Him and Monster Truck. The Canadian rock band who he worked with on that album, which just makes it even more ironic. But whatever. But he also recently released a song that we didn't cover. Like, it was terrible. I haven't even listened to it, but I've just heard how bad it is. He recently had another song that we just skipped over because I don't care anymore. I'm not going to give Kid Rock the publicity he wants by releasing these... Not that our voice means anything in publicity side of it, but like, he released some song where literally the chorus is "Let's Go Brandon." Like, that's where he's at now. That is where Kid Rock is. He has found his niche. He has found his new audience because most people don't give a crap about Kid Rock anymore because it's not 2002.
But Kid Rock has decided to become a conservative grifter.
Yep, super like practically alt-right, like he's far right, crazy man, hates masks. I don't know if we covered that last time, but I'm sure we addressed it slightly, but he hates masks. And recently he announced a concert tour for specifically those two, for the album I believe he's releasing to have those two songs we just talked about on it. And he's, people know it's called the Bad Reputation Tour, and people had noticed. I
mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, people had noticed that some of the venues had like strict COVID protocols, which was like, oh, that's ironic. They want like vaccine mandates and stuff at these events. And it's like, oh, that doesn't, and they have to wear masks, and that doesn't sound like something Kid Rock would be cool with.
Yes.
And well, guess what? He's not, because he on his Facebook has said, "You're going to be getting your money back because I won't be showing up either," Rock said on his Facebook page. "If you think I'm going to sit out there and say, 'Don't tell me how to live,' sing," I think he was meant to say sing, but he said say, I don't know, and also sing 'We the People' while people are holding up their effing vaccine cards and wearing masks, that crap ain't happening." I did censor him because we are still a PG channel, Susan. Please don't be mad at us, please, Susan.
Yeah, please don't take away that sweet chance of money.
But yeah, he said that he also, I believe, said we actually scratched Buffalo, New York off the list because of that, and Toronto. Like, these were already places they weren't going to go to, but now some of these other ones are kind of saying that, hey, you might have to, have safety protocols because we're in a global pandemic.
What? That's crazy.
But yeah, apparently this is his last tour.
Good. Good. Kid Rock can stop performing music, and I think the world would be better for it.
Oh wait, sorry, I misread that wrong. He did say that he's not trying to sell tickets and say, "Oh, this is the last tour, you better come and see me." But it very well could be for the unforeseen future. But, like you just said, and I stand by it, good riddance. Bye-bye. I might continue, Ba Wit to Ba, great song. Should have stopped in 99 when you released it. But now moving on to different dystopian world we live in news, but in a much different way. It's day of the week for our podcast, or you know what I mean. It's an episode. We have to talk about NFT news because that's all that happens anymore. Especially in like the tech news world, there's nothing else that's happening. No games are getting announced. Nothing else anymore.
Yeah, everyone's just making NFTs now.
Yeah, and we have a couple NFT stories. We actually have 3 back to back here. But they the first one is a little bit more. Well, let's start with the first one. First one we have here is Ozzy Osbourne, famous singer, famous reality TV star from the Osbournes. That's where I feel like that's where a lot of like our generation were kind of reintroduced to who Ozzy was. Like,
probably reintroduced.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have heard like Crazy Train or some other one of his like songs he was part of that was really big, but like when I think of Ozzy Osbourne, I think of him yelling Sharon, because that's Ozzy Osbourne. Is him on his show being a senile old man, and that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
But one of the other things Chris, real quick, what's another thing people think of when they think of Ozzy Osbourne? What's like one of his most famous things that happened? I believe actually here in San Antonio, Texas, by the way, which is just a weird little special connection we have to this story.
Him biting the head off of that.
That's right. Yeah, the most famous. Oh, Ozzy's crazy. Even though he actually didn't know it was a real bat, he thought a fan threw a rubber bat.
Oh.
And yeah, he then also got banned from performing in San Antonio for years because of that. But
that's
hey,
valid. I like bats.
I mean, I do too, but it wasn't his fault. He didn't know it was real bat. He thought he was biting a head off a rubber bat that his fan threw at him. And then it wasn't. But yeah, so that's kind of his thing. People know him for all of the bats. Well, he is selling bat NFTs. I didn't get pictures of them, but guess what? Think of a crappy little, it's more the sprite.
The part of a bat?
Yeah, well, yeah, the little sprite style ones. How there's the slightly more digital sprite looking ones, then there's the Bored Apes. Art. Yeah, it's the pixel art style, not the Bored Ape style. I feel is the best way to describe it.
He got banned for peeing on the Alamo.
My bad. I thought it was the bad thing, but that did happen in San Antonio, I think. Or I'm completely wrong, and who cares? It doesn't matter. We're not the news or something. I don't know. But we are, because that's what this part of the podcast is. But yeah, he's selling NFT bats now, and they're called crypto bats, because of course they are. And
Tracks.
People were accidentally scammed, actually, by this, though. And you may be thinking, oh, what? Who did Ozzy work with on accident here that, scammed the people? No, it actually, to be fair, it is their fault, and you'll find out why, but it wasn't on purpose. This isn't a rug pull where they pulled out all their money and they screwed over everyone. No, this time, they were scammed they decided to change the link to their Discord. They had, a little Discord bit.ly kind of thing where it's discord.gg/ and then it was the two whatever the thing was. I don't remember exactly what the two were, but the first one was slightly longer. It was Crypto Bats NFT or something like that. And then the new one was just Crypto Bats. But they still had tweets with the Crypto Bats NFT, and so some scammers came in, got that URL to go to their Discord, and they scammed people by doing this thing where it said, hey, you have to send us your link to your wallet so we can verify you actually belong in this Discord.
And then they took all the
and then they stole
cryptocurrency.
They stole 40. I think they ended up making $40,000 throughout stealing this money. So in the crypto world, realistically, that's probably they got one or two people, but it is still that is you would think a tech company would think, hey, let's delete old tweets. That seems like some pretty obvious, oh crap, if we don't keep that, someone else might get it. We should delete those old tweets. They didn't, and people got scammed because of it. And I believe, if I remember right, CryptoBats basically just said, hey, it's Discord's fault. Discord should have stopped that Discord from ever existing, rather than taking any bit of oh yeah, I guess we should have deleted it all. Yeah, no, can't do that.
No, why would they, really, when you think about it?
Well, Chris, we're not
then
the only
accept legal responsibility.
No, of course not. We can't do that. You know what? I kind of get that. You don't want to take any responsibility because then you've taken legal responsibility. But our next story is a little bit cooler. We're not the only people who hate NFTs, actually. Kanye West also hates NFTs.
Oh my gosh. My focus is on building real products in the real world, real food, real clothes, real shelter. Do not ask me to do an NFT.
Ask me later. And then he also, this was an Instagram post, and he also had, stop asking me to do NFTs. I'm not finna co-sign. For now, I'm not on that wave. I make music and products in the real world. Which, I will say, this is kind of him saying, hey, I might do it someday, but stop asking now. This is the most, preemptively backtracking. He's like, I don't want...
Ask me later.
Yeah, he's basically saying, I hate NFTs. I won't do them. until I decided to do them. But I put it here saying I might do it, so when I eventually go back, you can't say I changed my mind.
Yeah.
But for right now, he is also not for them because they're not real. He makes real things, which, sure, fine. But
he makes real music, huh?
Yeah, go
He's
listen
a genius.
Go listen to Donda, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like if you have watched random videos from us, you know that me and Chris, we love Kanye, and we want to make a documentary about him someday. This will probably be something we have to cover, how he hates NFTs.
True.
And then we'll immediately follow that up by talking about how he then released, the Donda NFT collection. Because that's probably going to happen in a week or two. I would be shocked if it doesn't. And if I find out it did, don't worry, we will cover it.
Well, first he's got to release, NFT collection of all of his album cover art that he's done so far.
No, he shouldn't. And we're going to move on, because I know what you're trying to reference, and we're not going to talk about it. We wouldn't talk about it then, we're not talking about it now.
It's so close to the Bored Apes already, really, when you think
How
about
How about instead of that, we just leave this page, and we go back over to here, and we talk about the fact that Kanye actually isn't the only person who doesn't give a crap about NFTs. No one does, actually. And I know you might be saying, oh, you guys are just NFT haters. We've listened to you. We know you don't like NFTs. And you're right. I'm glad to find out this fact. But apparently, the actual buy-in to, NFTs right now is there's only, I want to say I can't remember if it was 40 or 400,000, exchanges that have ever happened for NFTs. And that's not counting, that's not different people. That's no, I think it is. That's wallets that have been connected to NFTs. So, there's 1.4 million people in San Antonio. And at most, 1/3 of this one city would be the amount of people who actually care about NFTs. And I find it so funny because the reason we're talking about this is because if you've been on, Twitter or any social media in the past, 3 months, you'll see the NFT bros telling you about how it's the future. Everyone's in it. You got to get in it right now because soon it's going to blow up. But it's not. It's not blowing up. It's not going to blow up because no one wants it. And it's such a grift. It's such a lie. And it's just so obvious when you look at how small of a margin of people are actually into them. And also, how many, we haven't even talked about all the stories of, the failed, companies going, we're going to make NFTs. And then them going, oh, okay, sorry, no, we're not. Discord, 5 game companies have announced their NFT projects and then gone, sorry, Ubisoft was a big one. There's been a lot of these ones where they're we're starting NFTs. Then the community's no. And they're all right.
Okay, I guess we're not going to do that.
Got it. We'll pivot.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how many people are, starting to board the train for NFTs.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrities specifically.
Oh,
I feel like
the Jimmy Fallon that we did.
Jimmy Fallon, Paris Hilton.
Jimmy Fallon having Paris Hilton on his show to just.
And they're talking about their Bored Apes.
Which the NBC said it's not against their rules, but it really should be because he's definitely plugging.
They're basically just plugging Bored Apes,
which could someday boost the price of his.
Yeah.
And also, I remember, this is an anecdotally thing. People were talking. I didn't see this, but I heard someone talk about how they saw people who were talking about, how it's kind of irresponsible to talk about that because an NFT that goes for what a family eats in a week, and it's no, it doesn't. It goes for so much more. A family's food budget in a week. Let's say it's a family of 10. You're talking $400 or $500, maybe.
Yeah.
That I believe that specific ape went for $135,000. The one he was, shilling on his show. So it's it's a little bit different. It's almost more the amount of money you'd spend on food in 30 years. But yeah, NFTs suck, and let's move on. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Let's talk about.
That's fair.
Let's bring back a classic segment.
Ooh.
It's time for Old Man Yells at TikTok, kind of. It's only kind of. I'm not actually mad about this. This is actually just kind of really funny. This is a really funny TikTok story. We're gonna talk about a little the what's the word I'm trying to look for? we're gonna talk about this story about this girl who she saw this post on TikTok of this most beautiful unknown city she had never heard of called Gastonia, North Carolina, and she was coming up.
You cannot convince me that the most beautiful town in the world is in North Carolina.
Don't worry, Chris. We'll get to this.
Okay.
And she was told, she saw this TikTok about it, and well, actually, I'll show you pictures of what she saw on this TikTok.
Okay.
Here's some of the pictures she saw on this TikTok. Like, look at this beautiful little town here. We also have this other beautiful little beautiful town, and she convinced her family. They were driving up to North Carolina from Florida, so that's and this was only gonna be 1 hour out of the way from where they were going in North Carolina. I believe probably some Myrtle Beach or something. That might be Virginia, but some random beach place or something. They were gonna drive an hour inland.
Golly.
And well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't pictures of Gastonia, North Carolina. I believe that's like Sweden.
Yeah, you showed me that picture, and I was like, yeah, that's not North Carolina at all.
No.
Like Europe.
Yeah, no, here's a picture of actual Gastonia, North Carolina from her TikTok. It's just a little town. It's not like, I mean, it's not a good-looking town, but it's not like a horrible-looking town. But, yeah, this is actual Gastonia, North Carolina, and... Yeah, she convinced her whole family.
She was gaslit by Gastonia.
Yeah, apparently, I don't remember. I didn't write down the guy's name who did this. Let me see.
Let
me see if it's here. Oh, because he actually has that's his whole thing on TikTok is posting pictures and videos of not pictures, but videos of Zachary Keese. He has, let me see if I have the name of his TikTok. In case if you're one of those TikTok people and you follow him, I don't. So good luck finding him. I'm sorry. But yeah, he has a TikTok where that's his whole thing though. Is he'll post pictures of other places and say they're that as a joke, and people from his people they understand. But this
someone just scrolling through randomly.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's so beautiful. It's only an hour away from where we're gonna be. Let's go over there. And instead they have this just random small town in North Carolina they actually went to.
Excellent.
But yeah, what else do we got to talk about today?
Zachary.
That's actually that's the end of news. Actually.
All right. He is the real Zachary Keese on TikTok. To
Thank
give
you,
him
Chris.
credit.
Thank you.
Go find him.
But yeah, he also he's posted other pictures of beaches in Milan and called it North Carolina and stuff. He's tagging things the wrong thing on purpose. That's the joke. Is look at this.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, I saw that picture, and you told me that was Gastonia in North Carolina, and I immediately did not believe you.
You mean this picture right here?
All right. Yeah, only an idiot would think that was North Carolina.
Hey, whoa, if you've never been to North Carolina, this girl, I believe, had never been.
Not specifically this picture, the little cottages. I said, yeah, one? Maybe that log cabin. That was where it was abundantly clear that this was somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, it was. It's not Gastonia, North Carolina. I'm sorry, but yeah, let's. I think it's time because we're gonna probably be a shorter episode today, guys, because we want to make sure we get this before Chris's power goes out.
Yeah, before I disappear,
and it probably will happen. So let's roll right into Tournament of Champions. Chris, tell them what Tournament of Champions is.
Tournament of Champions is basically a fight club that we organize between fictional characters across all different sorts of universes and multiverses.
There are 512 people who were put into a giant pool. We pulled 64 of them to be in Season 1. Today, we're not even doing Tournament of Champions today, because today is Tournament of Champions of Champions.
Of Champions of Champions of Champions.
Yeah, that's right. This day is all about it's the 8 winners.
This is the cream of the crop.
Have been put into this bracket. So let's show them what this bracket is, baby. Without no further ado, on our West Coast bracket, we have. Let me pull this over here so I remember who's from what episode. I didn't want to. Oh, nope, didn't want that. Oh. Okay. Don't like that. No.
I'm also not a huge fan.
There we go. Now let's go to that.
Okay.
Okay. Click on that. Okay. Get you back because you were frozen there for a second. Throw that there.
Sure was.
All right. So West Coast bracket. we have the Episode 8 champion, Syndrome, taking on the Episode 5 champion, Yoda. Then we also, on the West Coast bracket, have Episode 6 champion, Drax, taking on Episode 1 champion, Rick Sanchez. Then, heading over to our East Coast bracket, we have Episode 7 champion, Captain Marvel, taking on Episode 2 champion, Bayonetta. Which leaves, last but certainly not leastly, we have Episode 4 champion, Jack, taking on Episode 3 champion, Scarlet Witch.
Oh, got some real powerhouses in this tournament of champions.
Oh, yeah, we do, baby.
And then we also have people who, made it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
By merit of being in a not particularly difficult bracket.
Oh, what the heck happened? Oh, the bracket went away. Here we go. There it is. Oh, did Chris Power go
some
up?
of these.
Nope, he's still there.
Okay. No.
Okay, you froze.
Although I am still frozen.
There we go.
There we go. It's like what a face to freeze on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's put that right there. Oh, cool. You keep freezing, but as long as you're still here, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think it's because you keep switching from OBS to the.
Yeah, probably my notepad, but I need that notepad. Oh, you frozen again? Okay, no, cool.
No.
All right. Oh,
I will be though. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's the notepad. Just leave it there. It should be fine.
Yeah, but you're frozen still.
Ooh, what a beautiful, very flattering picture. Oh, there I am.
Maybe if I do, let's try this. Let's try that. There we go. We're good. We're good. I fixed it. Okay. No, I didn't. I have to hold it on here, which is fine. I can do that for most of it. This is a day.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't have power till 4 o'clock today, Chris. Oh gosh. Let's talk about our first round matchup. Let's head on over to our West Coast bracket. We have the Episode 8 champion, Syndrome, who, by the way, has made it to the Tournament of Champions by way of defeats over Simba, Rick Grimes, and Catwolf. Will be taking on Yoda, our Episode 5 champion, who has made it to the Tournament of Champions by defeats over Hiccup, He-Man, and Ultron. Yeah, so we also, this is the point where it's probably going to break again. Let's find out. Does it? I don't know. I can't see your face. Is Chris frozen? Sorry if he is. That's the wrong one anyway. So actually, get rid of that. Yeah, he is. Cool.
It was.
He still is. Yeah. Great. I love it. I love it. I love this.
There I am, maybe.
There we are.
Hey.
Can I go to this without him freezing?
Probably
I don't know.
Not.
Nope. Cool.
No.
Chris is frozen. He has to be frozen. I'm sorry. Unless I do this.
Doo-doo. Let's go.
No, he's still frozen, so it doesn't matter. Sorry, guys. Chris is frozen. I'll try
to get a nice, flattering frame for me to be frozen in.
No, I got a way to make this. Oh, I just moved the background. There we go. This is a great episode, guys. I am sorry. I am frustrated. There we go. Let's put that there, and then maybe now he's good. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe now that he's at the front, he'll be good. Probably not. Is he frozen? Maybe. Who knows? I can't see him because he's under the thing. Let's talk about Syndrome. Syndrome has no powers. That's his whole thing, is he has no powers. But he does have weapons. He has the utility gauntlets, the arrow boots, the Omnidroid, the Viper, which is a helicopter apparently, a Velocipod, which is round open cars with blades. Okay, yeah, I remember those. The blade cars, yeah. He has the Manta Jet, and he has energy prisons. I guess. I don't know. He probably wouldn't have that in this fight, so I'm going to cut out the energy prisons for sure.
Yeah.
While Yoda has the Force, levitation, and telepathy, as well as being, a Master Jedi, therefore knowing how to use a lightsaber very well.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
I'm inclined to lean towards Yoda based on a lot of similar reasons that he beat Ultron.
I think the reason why I'm honestly more on the Syndrome side of this is for the reason why Syndrome made it here in the first place, and that's the Omnidroids. I don't know if Yoda can stop the Omnidroids.
He does have the Force.
He does have the Force, and he might be able to force the Omnidroid into killing itself, but does he know to do that?
I don't know that he does, but I'm pretty sure that he could like hold them off long enough to figure it out, just by way of like elimination.
I don't know. It's a hard one. I think this is, which is good because it is the Tournament of Champions. I'd be disappointed if there's any super easy ones.
Yeah. I feel like he's defeated a lot of droids in the past.
But I feel like these aren't
by them like shooting each other. Sure, at some point he would figure out like, even if he just swung another Omnidroid into another one, he would figure out that they would crush each other.
Syndrome only ever has one Omnidroid at once, so it would be he would have to like. Which, like, it's possible where he, like, tried to block the Omnidroid's claw coming to him, and he blocked it with the Force, and it just hit it, and he's like, oh, that hurts it.
Went back into itself, yeah. Highly situational.
It is very highly situational.
Are we bringing out the coin flip this early?
I think we might be, because I really feel like it's Syndrome, but I try not to do the coin too often, and I feel like the coin might come up later, too. You never know.
I mean, it is the Tournament of Champions.
So it's just nothing but coin this episode?
it might be. There might be some that we just agree.
The coin over and over again. It's like,
alright,
coin
on this team. You're on that team? Flip the coin.
Alright, I'm flipping the coin. I'm sorry. I really feel like Syndrome's got this one. And you know what? Star Wars fans, you're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. And you know what? This is yeah, it's fair. Let me pull out that coin. Chris, what do you want?
Going heads for Yoda.
Heads for Yoda. Tails for Omnidroid. Here we go. It is heads for Yoda.
He does figure it out, ladies and gentlemen.
He did figure it out. I don't agree, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter what I think because I'm on Chris's face.
Coin is decided.
Oh, and he's frozen again. Cool. Love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, and I love to see whatever is off screen in the corner over there.
Off screen in the corner.
That's where I'm looking currently.
Gotcha.
You know, with the frame frozen. Oh, hey, here I am.
Oh,
I'm back in the present.
Put that on top here so it's there for a little while. This is
all right. Up
next.
All
right, next we have Drax versus
Rick.
Well, sorry. There's a whole thing here.
Oh,
sorry. Drax, Episode 6 champion, who has made it here to the Tournament of Champions by way of defeats over Blackfire, Laurie Strode, and Bloodsport. He had a pretty easy tournament, honestly.
Yeah, he really kind of just make it in.
Yeah. Speaking of relatively easy tournaments, we have Episode 1 champion Rick Sanchez, who made it to the Tournament of Champions by the way of defeats over a raptor from Jurassic Park, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Venom. And let us find out. So Drax is nearly invulnerable and super strong. And Rick Sanchez has superhuman intelligence, peak human physically enhanced, so he's got he's nice superhuman strength due to his stuff, due to nanobots and stuff, augmentations, and so I really think what it comes down to is I need to find out what Drax's weaknesses are, because that is
Arthur Douglas.
I don't know. Is this Drax? Yes. Apparently that is Drax's real name. Good old Arthur.
Oh. Arthur Sampson Douglas. Wow. Interesting.
Weakness. No
longer anywhere near as great. Pass. Strong as the Hulk, but the loss of his... Oh, well, you might have seen that light flicker.
Yeah, I did. I saw it on both of ours. It happened in my house, too.
Woo! Exciting times, guys.
But Drax is an idiot, and my argument is that
big fat dummy.
My argument is that Rick Sanchez would find a way to beat him by going into just a different timeline, basically, or you can't go to a different time, but going to a different universe and just waiting out until he figures out the way. He'd spend years of his own life making sure he beats Drax.
Although I'm sure it wouldn't take him that long.
No, but he'd be willing to spend years.
Yeah, this is something I'm not torn with you on. I think Rick
cool.
definitely beats Drax on this one. To be honest, I didn't even think we need to look it up. I was like, just based on like the pure level of like intelligence and the fact that Rick Sanchez does have like enhanced super abilities, in addition to like multiple clones of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our East Coast round 1, we have Captain Marvel, who is the champion of episode 7. She has made it to the Tournament of Champions by way of defeats over Shark Boy, Jimmy Neutron.
How did she make it, really?
Crypto the Super Dog.
I mean, to a much lesser extent, but still, not an incredibly hard fight.
She was kind of handed everything. On
a silver platter.
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of people who not fully handed stuff, but definitely was handed a semifinals for herself, that is Bayonetta, who got here by way of defeats over Doomslayer, James Bond, and Supergirl. Like, Supergirl, huge. That's a huge win in her favor.
Supergirl and, to be honest, Doom Guy, who is kind of a huge threat that it was a sleeper hit, that neither of us really realized how much of a sleeper hit he was.
Yeah, we didn't. We did not do that. We did not do him justice. If you are angry, too bad.
Yeah, it's understandable, but also, we're not sorry.
Yeah, nah, get over yourself.
But
yeah, so let us find out their powers.
Let's do it.
All right, we have Captain Marvel. Her powers include enhanced strength, which I feel like it's more than just enhanced. With at least what we've seen in the movies, these are like unbeatable, almost enhanced strength, stamina, agility, and durability, as well as flight, and in sometimes a seventh sense, which is a precognitive flashes of the future, but that power randomly manifests. She also has like energy bolts, at least once again in the MCU, which I feel like that's where most people would know her from. So I'm definitely willing to count that as a big power she has. Yeah. And she is taking on Bayonetta, who her powers and abilities are superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman agility, witch time, wicked wheeze, which is torture attacks, witch walk, beast within, and summoning infernals, which there's multiple infernals she summons as well that I'm not going to...
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh my.
She has a lot of power.
She really does.
And a lot of weapons.
Yeah. Now...
A lot of weapons which she uses to kill demons.
Yeah.
And angels.
Yeah.
And God.
And
on one occasion. Yeah.
Well, Captain Marvel is treated as a god in the MCU movies.
He's treated as like a demigod.
Fair. That's fair. And I guess for the sake of trying to make sure we get this episode finished before Chris's power goes out, I'm going to just say I hate Captain Marvel, and I think you've made a good enough argument for me to definitely be willing to give it to Bayonetta.
Yeah. I think Bayonetta, if not with Witch Time alone, and just like not being hit by anything that she uses, then using one of her multiple infernals. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Bayonetta wins.
Sick.
If you don't like it, too bad. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right. So
why doesn't Jack live? Oh, you're right.
Well,
give him the intros.
Hold on a second.
I'm
Jack is their episode 4 champion, and he has made it to the Tournament of Champions by the way of defeating Bizarro, Deadshot, and Akuma, who was actually surprisingly powerful when we actually looked at his power set. But he didn't make it because Jack is basically Superman as a baby, and boy is Superman hard to beat.
Like Superman Plus.
Yeah, he really is Superman Plus. And he's speaking of characters who are way overpowered, he's taking on Episode 3 champion, as well as Season 0 champion, Scarlet Witch, who has made it to the Tournament of Champions by way of defeating of Astro Boy, Eddie Gordo, who somehow made it to the semifinals, and Ganondorf.
Evil King.
So, let's read over some of these powers, I guess.
I guess.
We got... Who did I close?
I don't know.
Yoda. All right, I
Yoda.
know.
I think we know what
I
Yoda
know enough
has.
about Yoda to be fine. Okay.
I think we're okay knowing
All right.
what Yoda's.
Jack's powers include. Chris, read off this list. You have a more pretty voice.
Superhuman strength and durability, wall crawling, polymorphing, transforming into a demon baby, transforming into a fire baby, transforming into a giant baby, mimicry, turning body into metal, turning body into rubbery substance, molecular vibration, duplicating, phasing, teleportation, interdimensional travel, laser eyes, generating electricity, telekinesis, and last but not least, levitation.
That's right. And
Just a few.
He's facing Scarlet Witch, who has superhuman genes which allow energy and reality manipulation and powerful access to magical energies such as chaos magic, which we're not even going to get into what all that entails, but by gosh, is it a lot, and it is literally world-destroying levels of magic.
And probability manipulation.
Elemental manipulation. Flight. Able to sense magic spell casting nexus. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think that's...
A spellcasting nexus.
Yeah.
Being with great influence on time.
Yeah. And did we mention time manipulation and reality warping? There's a reason she won Season 1.
Season 0?
That's what I meant. Yeah, Season 0. This is Season 1. But yeah, we did a previous season, and she won it all. Yeah. And yeah, it's because she's so OP.
Definitely beating Jack.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oops.
Oh. Hey, look, it's Gastonia, North Carolina.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, we're back to this. Okay, so let's head on over to our semifinals of the Tournament of Champions Season 1. We have Yoda taking on Rick Sanchez.
I mean, yeah. Rick Sanchez takes on Yoda for the same reason that he beat Obi-Wan.
And the same reason he got it here. It's the portal gun. It's the intellect. Yeah. I honestly like Rick and Morty, so I don't mind it. But also, Rick and Morty fans are insufferable at times, so I'm not super happy that he's making here. I am happy at the very least. No. Sonic isn't here like we predicted in episode 1 with Rick Sanchez. We predicted it was going to end up being Rick versus Sonic in the finals. I don't remember if Sonic was even in Season 1.
I don't think he was.
I think he might have lost just because he was like a speedster.
I think that was Season 0.
I mean, I thought he was here as well. There was like a speedster versus like a Superman kind of thing, and he lost.
I don't think he was.
He might have not been. Maybe he'll be in a different season, and maybe he'll make it to the Grand Championship at the end of Season 8.
Probably not.
Who knows? It's Sonic. Sonic's so OP.
We did get Scarlet Witch out of the way, so there's a possibility. And Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I guess a greater... Well, I don't know. To an extent, Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at a greater extent to Captain Marvel, yeah, because she beat her.
Yeah. Bayonetta, we had her beat Captain Marvel. Was that right? I don't know. I don't really know. I really don't.
I think so. Bayonetta's kind
Rick
of
Sanchez
ridiculous.
Does move on. Rich Sanchez. He's rich now.
Rich Sanchez. He's got all the money. Yeah.
Yeah, money.
Turned himself into a pickle.
Turned himself into money. All right. Now we have our second semifinals. We have Bayonetta versus Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I feel like Bayonetta is one of the toughest fights Scarlet Witch is ever going to have.
And still going to lose.
Because the thing is, they're so even in so many ways. Because they're both like witches and like time manipulation and all these powers. But the difference is, like we kind of alluded to earlier, is the chaos magic. It's the fact that in multiple comic runs, Scarlet Witch has literally destroyed the Marvel Universe and rebuilt it. So if she's just losing this individual fight, she goes, all right, I'm the last one. Everyone's gone. I'll rebuild the world again. Like, she's so overpowered.
Bayonetta, like, crazily, insanely overpowered for most other characters on this list. And then Scarlet Witch has all that, and then also the ability to completely manipulate reality to, like, her will. So, love you, Bayonetta. Rest in peace. Valiant fight. Scarlet Witch does make it to the finals.
Yeah.
With Rick Sanchez.
Which does mean Rick Sanchez is our... Let's talk about this final. This is the finals! Chris, the finals of Tournament of Champions Season 1. This is the grand champion of them all. We have Rick Sanchez, who made it to the Tournament of Champions by way, in order, of defeating a raptor from Jurassic Park, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Venom, followed that up by defeating Drax, and then Yoda. That's 2 Jedi Masters killed! And then we have our other finalist here, the Season 0 champion. Who knows who should be in that? I didn't keep track of that. I didn't bring that over for this, because it doesn't matter. That season actually never happened. Pretend I didn't say it. This is Season 1, baby. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Yeah, and so Scarlet Witch, she has made it here with just destroying Astro Boy, Eddie Gordo, Ganondorf, Jack, and finally Bayonetta to make it here. She has reset the world 7 times at this point.
I think maybe she's reset the world like
twice, maybe twice.
Once or twice.
Maybe Jack or Gandalf made her do it, but probably not. Yeah, no, it's probably maybe only Bayonetta. But yeah, so she made it here, and I'm gonna say something that's crazy. She might be able to destroy this world, but he'll just leave. He'll leave and find out about her, and find out her weakness, come back and try to find it. Like, I don't know what that is, but she has to have been beaten at some point in the comics. And I think Rick might find it. And I think Rick will keep universe jumping while she chases him and destroys thousands of universes trying to find Rick Sanchez. Like, when Rick Sanchez made it out of Season 1, I was like, no, well, he's not going to make it in the last round. He's going to get destroyed by people like I knew Scarlet Witch was going to be in this season, because that's something we said because she won Season 0, she had a guaranteed spot here in this 64. So I knew she'd be here, and I was like, oh, there's no way he'd beat people like that. And I knew some of the other people in the tournament, like Superman and all these other crazy, super powerful characters. Like, there's no way he'll have a chance against them. But he's kind of a genius and ruthless and doesn't care about going to these other universes, having her chase him and destroy them. He doesn't care.
I think that is very valid.
And I think he could show up in another... He'll eventually just keep going, and he'll find her weakness. Like, maybe it's bringing up her brother, or bringing up her children would probably be a bad idea. That would probably just send her into a rage. But I think he'd figure it out. Like...
That's tough.
I know.
I think there is a chance that maybe it's not so much of him going like into another universe as like going back in time.
He never does time travel officially. That's like a rule that they've. That is a rule.
He doesn't do.
That is a rule. Justin Roiland has said that he does not do time travel. Like, there's actually there's a throwaway joke in one episode where he walks through a wall and grabs some pizza, where he goes, "That wasn't time travel. I went to a different universe where we bought pizza before." Like they don't do time travel. That is one of their rules.
Shoot. If they did time travel, I'd say it was like Rick Sanchez easy.
Just goes back in time, kills baby her.
Right. Or like before she figures out her powers. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that he could do it. But
now the one thing I will say about that is the time travel thing. But then
he has the power of time manipulation.
Yeah.
So before he leaves to another reality, she just pulls him back through while she is still fully in control of time and still moving through it because she can.
Yeah.
And just kills him on the spot. It's kind of a, she has the power to do
I agree. It's kind of a coin flip. No, you're right. It's Scarlet Witch. I was trying to come up with a way.
As much as I don't want it to be, and as much as I think it would be hilarious if Rick Sanchez won.
It's so, honestly, I think he had the best chance.
I do think it's I think he's one of the best chances.
Honestly, hearing that argument we just gave there, and knowing the 500 plus people in this total tournament, he might have had the best chance of beating her. But it didn't matter, because Scarlet Witch is your champion.
Yeah.
That is a solid point before I write this. Maybe that's an S for Sanchez. They have brought to our attention that couldn't he lure her into another universe where she's not able to use her powers? Is there a way where we can make this not Scarlet Witch?
I don't think that there is. Again, on the principle that
time manipulation.
Him luring her into another universe would imply. I mean, there could be a chance that he has some technology that like prevents his own.
Yeah, you know what? He
field of
probably
time from being manipulated.
Could be able to pull that off. But also, what? I want to know more about Scarlet Witch. Also, I think I've been spelling Scarlet wrong this whole time. Oops.
Maybe.
I put 2 T's in Scarlet. My bad.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah, it's Scarlet Witch. Let's just fix that. Pretend like it never happened. Don't tell anyone, guys.
We've changed reality as you know it.
Because we're Rick Sanchez, baby.
Oh,
is that not what you meant?
Doesn't use.
But let's look up Scarlet Witch time manipulation. What does that mean? What is Scarlet Witch's time limit? The manipulation of time is a dangerous game to play, but it is a tool in the Scarlet Witch's tool belt. While her brother Quicksilver has done far more of this, using his super speed to manipulate the timeline, in the Son of M series, Wanda has manipulated time in a smaller, or at least more subtle ways. So it sounds like she might have the ability, but she's never really used it.
Can the Scarlet Witch stop time?
Although it's not aggressive by nature, teleportation? What? So she can teleport. She can hop through dimensions.
Hop through dimensions and move through time itself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's...
So I'm going to say that she would be able to freeze him in time and then just... Boop, 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 boop.
If not freeze him in time, just jump to the point in time with him. Because I don't know if she can affect him in the time, the way that was worded. But either way, she wins, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is going to probably win the Tournament of Champions at the end of all of this. Who knows?
Who's to
Tune in like 50 plus weeks.
That's right.
To find out.
Tune in a few years.
Yeah. That's only like a year.
But keep watching us.
Chris, we do one of these a week.
Tune in 2 years.
Slightly over a year, honestly. It's really not that crazy.
We also guess she wins.
Yeah, that's a fair response. I guess she wins, and that is fair. And I guess that's an episode. We made it. Chris' power didn't go out. If you're on Twitch,
flicker.
If you're on Twitch, we're gonna keep gambling. So, hey, show up for some fun throwback gameplay. If you're our YouTube viewers, though, this is goodbye. I bid you adieu. If you want to watch that throwback gameplay, it will come out on Tuesday for you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.